Hi, Capricorn. This is going to be a brief and general reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And this will be for the week of August 1st to the 8th. I've already pulled the cards to save time for everyone so that you can watch these quickly or listen to them quickly and move on with your day because I know that that is an issue for a lot of people. We're going to go through all of these cards, but really the bottom line here and the gist of all of it, and I use like 7 different types of cards to do these readings, 7 different decks. And the main theme that keeps repeating throughout this whole thing is that this is the week that you're forced to shift your perspective. You're forced to look within and be honest with yourself about things that have been working for you, things that haven't been working for you, and why. It's a week of taking that journey to the dark night of the soul, the shadow self, the mirror. Really taking an honest, hard look at yourself because of all of the crap that seems to be bombarding you all at once. Okay. But the good news is that you do have the choice to make that shift and come out smelling like a rose. You have strong support in your corner, whether you see them that way or not. Okay, so let's get into this. So you've got some kind of legal decisions that are going on, legal matters between you and other parties. And this is something that's weighing very heavily on you. It's creating a lot of concern for you. It has something to do with home life, whatever that means for you. Probably something that happened in your past. This is the card of distant horizons. Something that you thought was dead, done, and over with. This is the coffin card, but it's resurfacing and it's causing you a lot of grief while you have other things going on already that you're grieving. So then you have this card of girl talk, which is really about taking time with your friends, moving on, being happy, just living in the moment and having fun. Basically, this card for me in this particular reading is saying that that's what you've been doing more of than looking at yourself and being honest with yourself about what's going on around you and why this is all happening to you right now. And God just said for me to tell you it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Um, Karmic relationships are playing out right now. And this week, they're really culminating and coming to a head, for better or for worse, right? These karmic relationships are either ending or blossoming finally, right? Moving forward. This is heart with a key. Someone, someone already is in your energy that you have the key to their heart, right? Um, but I don't feel like you know it. I don't feel like you want to believe it. They love you very much. I don't feel like you want to believe it. And we'll get into that in a minute. So, whoever this person is, you enjoy being around them. You enjoy um, hanging out. You enjoy conversations. You enjoy the moment when you're with them. They make you feel uplifted. They make you feel like you have a good friendship, a good camaraderie, is what I'm hearing. But for whatever reason, you're the runner in this relationship. You keep running away from it. Um, this is that toxic, codependent fear of intimacy, listening to your ego too much card. And then you have Cupid's arrow, which is asking you to have faith because love is here, and stop hesitating to allow it in. And then you have these two cards. The one says deception, and the other says heart to heart conversation. I feel like this is multifaceted for you. I feel like there have been people in your life that have been wearing a false mask, and that's just being revealed to you, and it hurts you deeply. In other scenarios, I feel like you're the one wearing the false mask because you're not being honest about how you truly feel in your heart because you're too busy listening to your ego when it comes to relationships. And so it's necessary for you to be honest with whoever this person is, that you hold the key to their heart and have that heart to heart conversation with them, and perhaps even have some sense of a heart to heart conversation with these people that you realize have been deceptive with you, because some type of closure is necessary. And there are veils being lifted. The fog is lifting on who really is loyal to you and who isn't. You're truly starting to see that play out. And that in turn is helping you to look at yourself and reflect better, um, where people who were getting your love or trust didn't deserve it, and people that weren't allowed to have your love or trust truly did. And so now it's time for you to dream into creation the things that you truly want. It's time for you to um, take this new beginning. It's a dawn of a new day. It's time for you to move forward and find that happiness that you truly do desire and have always longed for, even though you were afraid to be vulnerable and open your heart. You're feeling like you're drowning right now because of a lot of things that are culminating around you. But you can see in this picture, they're not really that far from the surface of the water. It just feels like they're further down in the depths. So again, changing your perception, changing your perspective on something, because you're not really drowning and you're just inches away from the surface of the water where you can breathe again, where you can feel safe, where you can feel like you're not drowning. But the pressure is building up and culminating against you on purpose. These things are not happening to you, they're happening for you so that you can wake up and shift your perspective and find that happiness and that love and that loyalty that you have always desired. This is a stampede of horses, which stands for motion. This is air energy. This is using our voice to express our feelings in our heart, whether it's because we've been heartbroken by someone who deceived us, or sharing with someone who's always loved us and we thought were deceptive, that we've always loved them too. We were just afraid. This is the card of animals, which is about companionship and um, your tribe, right? Your soul tribe, your true family, the people that truly do have your best interest at heart and always have your back and um, are there for you. And realizing who those people truly are in your life, in your 6 degrees, but also in realizing by looking at the shadow self that in some situations, well, let me just back up because I was just corrected. In all of your situations, the people you thought were true in a lot of your situations, people who you thought were true and loyal weren't, and people that you thought weren't actually were. It's that mirror where you had it kind of all backwards and messed up in a lot of ways. Some of that's your fault, some of it's theirs. It's not about pointing blame. It's about seeing it and realizing it so you can correct it and find your true happiness, your true north, and your true people that you're supposed to be with. So it's time to rest and rejuvenate because you've been through a hell of a lot. And I feel like in the past year or better, you've been through a lot. So it's time to replenish, recalibrate, accept the heartache and the loss that you've experienced, and truly let go of it so that you can move forward. It's time to not only receive recognition and reward, but to give it to the people who deserved it that you wouldn't allow to have it before. Because you're leveling up in your soul growth and you're opening up your third eye chakra and seeing things from a truly new perspective, an enlightened perspective where the fog has lifted, and realizing that a lot of this issues that you've had with relationships is about self-love. Learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. Because that's really what it all boils down to, isn't it? Lack of love of self. And I think that's why some of these people in your energy, you just couldn't believe that you really do have the key to their heart because you didn't feel like you deserve it. You didn't love yourself enough for it. Something along those lines. And maybe that's from some type of past relationship trauma. It could be romantic, could be family, could be all of the above. But for whatever reason, you didn't feel like you were worthy of that level of love. And now you're deciding that you are because of this deception, because of these things that are being revealed to you now. You're really knowing that you deserved to be loved better by those people and that you didn't deserve whatever it was that took place. Because I feel like it was some type of really deep level of betrayal. So your perception is totally shifting because of all of this reflection, all of this new insight. And the card literally says that you are getting ready to have a shift in perception that's going to change everything. And it does. And then the next card is metamorphosis. Like the caterpillar that emerges from the cocoon, you are about to finally get your wings. And just in reflection here to recap, these beautiful cards did exactly that. You would sooner choose humor. Sorry. You would sooner choose humor and focus on the lighter, more fun side of things than to have to look at anything within yourself or anybody else that you think that you can trust. You didn't want to have to look at that at all as a possibility that you could be wrong because that doesn't feel good. So you choose humor and fun and the lighter side of life rather than looking at the serious things. But it's time for you to be honest, honest with yourself, honest with other people. And you're learning that you can't always expect honesty from other people that you thought you could. And on the flip side of that, that you can get the honesty from the people that you thought you couldn't. So it's kind of a messed up thing for you because it's all backwards. And you're feeling some regret, but you're also learning this week that you can't change the past. The only thing you have control over right now is the present and the future. Shifting your perception changes everything. So accept responsibility for your role in it, accept your responsibility for your well being, and truly do what is best for you, including allowing people to love you that want to, and not allowing people to be in close to your heart that don't deserve it. No more blame games. No more blame games. Everybody owns their shit because that's where you get real growth. And this card says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And that's exactly what you're doing with this reality shift, this new perspective, this activating your third eye chakra. You're seeing things, clearly seeing them now without a veil, without the fog. And you're learning who your true friendships really are. And you're understanding that all of these friends, maybe even one in particular, is in your life for a reason. Sometimes it's for a lesson. Sometimes it's for a blessing. Now, in the tarot, and I hope we haven't went too long, you have the Emperor, the Chariot, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Two of Swords, Justice, the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the King of Cups, which is basically the same story reiterated once again, just through the tarot. And then on the bottom of the deck, you have the Lovers and the Wheel. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. So by you shifting this perspective and seeing things through new eyes and opening your heart up where it should be and closing it off where it shouldn't be open, you're changing everything in your life, completely shifting your entire life, like literally jumping timelines. And somebody else had a reading very similar to that tonight, but I don't remember who it was. Maybe Sagittarius. So maybe you're Sagittarius cusp or a Sagittarius moon, and you have aspects of the Sagittarius, or perhaps you're dealing with a Sagittarius. But either way, eerily similar in changing the dynamic so massively that you're actually doing like a whole quantum shift into a new reality, a new timeline, which is possible. It is absolutely possible. All right, so that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I'm truly grateful to be able to do these readings for you, and I hope that you like it, that you resonate with it, and that you'll come back again for more. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscription button and hit that like button to help my algorithms go up. And I'll see you again next week. And until then, be well and be blessed in love and light.